Hello! Today I have something very useful to show you. So it's cool, but it's also very, very useful. It's something that I'm sure anyone who plays Minecraft will find handy at some point in their time playing. So, survival warp points or save points or whatever you want to call them. So let's set the scene. We are about to enter a scary cave, and we know it's scary, we know there's probably dangers in there, and we know that we probably want to get out as soon as possible if we get into a bit of trouble. So we're going to go in, and we're going to do something before we go in though. So we're going to head off a little bit, and we're going to sort of visualize our safe zone. So our safe zone is over there. And what you want to do is you want to go into your options, go to your video settings, and you want to set your render distance to two chunks, okay? So once you've done that, you go out, and keep an eye on your safe zone, and at some point, I've actually marked it out here though, you'll see that the safe zone will turn black. So you see, it's turned black there. So once it's done that, what you want to do is you want to just take an ender pearl and toss it into the darkness. Okay? Now once you've done that, you can just turn around and you can start exploring the cave. So I'll explore this cave a little bit, and I'll get back to you when I find something interesting. Ooh, I heard something very, very scary. Okay, this is too much. We need to leave this cave now. I'm just too scared. So we're gonna have to use our warp point. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to go into your options. Okay, and all you have to do is you need to go back into video settings, and you want to set your render distance up to 16. Just set it to 16. Click done, back to game, and you'll find that we are now back to our safe zone. So how this works isn't exactly rocket science. It's fairly obvious how it works, but I'll explain it to you anyway. So basically this is just taking advantage of chunk loading and chunk unloading with the view distance. So if we look at the very top right of the screen, or the video, you'll see that there's a chunk highlighted, and that chunk's 16 chunks away. So what we're doing here is basically we're just setting the video distance, the render distance to 2 chunks, so the lowest you can go. And because it's so low, when you throw something like an ender pearl or a snowball just out into the distance, because it's so low, it will actually just enter unloaded chunks. Okay, so that snowball or that ender pearl is now in unloaded chunks. So we're actually just free to walk off somewhere. So we can just walk off in this direction for a while. And when we feel like it, we can remotely activate those chunks by going in video settings and setting the render distance back up to 16 chunks. And now, so if that was an ender pearl, it would now just teleport us because it's now become loaded. Now, of course, this does have some limitations. You can't use it thousands of blocks away from where you set your safe zone or anything. You do need to remain in those 16 chunks. But in something like a cave run, where you're typically going to remain in the same area, this is really useful. It doesn't really require any prep work at all, and you can just warp back to the surface or wherever whenever you like. Now it should be noted that I don't believe this will work in multiplayer, simply because multiplayer chunk loading doesn't work the same as single player chunk loading. It's not really dependent on one player's personal render distance, which is unfortunate because it could be really cool to use in multiplayer, but there you have it. It's still useful, but not in multiplayer. But if you enjoyed this video, a like is always appreciated. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.